Alright, this is my 20-gallon QT tank. Um, I pretty much only run hypo-salinity. In the past I've run copper as well in this tank. Don't mind the hair algae. I'm actually glad it's growing, especially in this tank. Right now I have a pair of snowflake kongs and a mandarin in here. The mandarin, I got it from the store. He ate live brine from the local store and frozen mysis, and recently he had started eating pellets. So in the past couple months I've only been feeding pellets. And I actually have a Aquaclear 500, and the reason why these fish are in the QT tank here is I had a wipeout on my 120 and lost most of my fish except for the clown, the pair of clowns that you see here. I wanted to make them feel better at home, so I added these two anemones here, but they don't seem to be liking them right now. They don't look so well either. I also added a potamoni, a clay pot there, to see if they'll go in, but they didn't. And of course there's a small colony of Gonopora which is currently closed, but it opens up pretty big, to about 4 inches. They love this. They hang around that all the time. I wanted them to feel at home because I'm going fishless. My tank is fallow. It's been fallow since August, so that's about 2 months. I plan on adding fish back into the tank in another 2 months, so it's a full 4 months of fishless in my main tank. So I didn't want to keep these guys in hypo for so long, so I added 2 anemones. I added the mandarin, and just let them go, and they'll make them as comfortable as possible for a couple of months they'll be in here. I added a snail in there, a couple of snails. They're doing fine. I know that was a concern. They've been in here for about a month. The concern was whether or not the tank would support any type of corals or inverts, since it was once used copper, but the Aquaclear is always running carbon. Copper Soft was ran several times, and in the Aquaclear I have ceramic media as well as ammonia, carbon, and phosphate pads that are in there. Since I added the NEMs since the mandarin was in there, I started feeding twice a day with an auto feeder. I'm using sustainable aquatic small pellets, and they love that. There's also I added a skimmer. I don't usually have a skimmer on here, but since I raised the salinity and I have the NEMs in here, I added a skimmer, hang on back skimmer, and it's doing a pretty good job. I have to clean it maybe once every 2 weeks or so, and it's fed by that little pump back there, which adds some extra flow into the tank. So that's the mandarin. He just came out. He actually eats more pellets than the 2 clowns combined together, so I'm gonna feed them in a bit and you'll get to see that. Hopefully I actually picked up a female today. It took me a while to find this one. This is a female here. Picked her up in the local fish store today, and hopefully he's gonna train her how to eat pellets. Alright, so just gonna pause and get some pellets ready. I'll show you how the mandarin eats pellets. So here's the sustainable aquatics. These are the pellets that I feed. There's just a little scoop in here. Take this. That's the amount. Just gonna drop it right there in the middle. See, and there they go. I usually turn the pump off when I'm training the mandarin so the fluid doesn't move around, but he would chase the pellets down in the water column as well, even though the pumps are on. But the clowns are always shy. I rarely see them eat. Oh, there comes a mandarin. See, told you, he's the first to eat. He eats more than the clowns. I swear sometimes when I observe him, he takes in like 2 to 3 pellets at a time. He doesn't only go after one. Yep, the clowns over there. They have no interest in eating, but they'll come eventually once he lets them eat. So he cleaned up probably about half the pellets that I put in there, and once he's finished eating, sometimes the clowns come over and they finish up the rest. But yeah, it's a weird pair of clowns. My other pair of clowns I have, they would eat non-stop. They would eat everything I put into the tank. If I put sawdust in the tank, they'll eat it. Not that I have, but someone once said that. But yeah, that's it. He's finished eating. He's off to the back. Might come back for seconds, but that's it. Hopefully in a couple of weeks I could do another video. I'll see an update on how the female is doing. That's my mandarin eating pellets. I trained them myself, and this 20 gallon. No pods, and never put any pods in here. The pellets, I have the pellets fed by an auto feeder in around noon, and then in the evening I feed them myself just to make sure everything is good. The feeding at noon, the pumps are still going. In the evening I usually turn the pumps off to make sure that he can get his full share.